a role of a winger. So as we know now, a role of a winger is either to occupy the left or the right side of the pitch, uh, known as wide players in the modern day football. You'll often find wingers mainly in a 4-3-3 formation or in a 4-2-3-1. How the modern day football has now translated in, you often find wingers to be high and wide, so in high areas of the pitch. However, with the modern trends of evolving attacking fullback becoming ever present in our game, you also need to make sure as a winger that you're also doing their defensive duties as well. So as much as they're going forward in attack, ensuring that you're also tracking back to stop your opposition fullback from getting up the pitch. So it's quite a demanding role within football. So I've just got a little infographic here. So the Klopp 4-3-3 era, I've just highlighted here. Let me just get my annotations out. So just annotate, get the... Okay, so to shed light on... So to shed light on our players here, you've got Salah. So he's in a bit more of an inverted winger role. So via Salah inverting in this role here, then allows space for Trent Alexander-Arnold and then Shaqiri to build up here. So the front three of Salah, Firmino and Mane, often Mane and Salah will invert. Okay, Salah often still does this now in his current time in Liverpool. So one way as a winger is to be an inverted winger, as well as being high and wide, and as you'll see in the next clip. Okay, so in this clip here, you've got Real Madrid, so the infamous Rodrigo and then Vinicius. They have occupied a position more towards the touchline and more towards wide areas. So for them, highlighting those wide areas, it then allows space for the centre midfielder and for the number 9 to build up centrally. So your role as a winger is to occupy those wide areas, stay nice and high, receive the ball from either your fullback or from your centre midfielder. And then when you're 1v1, is how can you outwit, how can you body fake, turn, do a skill to beat your opposite fullback and then get across in for your team. So this is another clip here of the Real Madrid team, Vinicius being quite wide and then Rodrigo also being quite wide. So in this clip here, you'll have a natural, modern, wide winger. In the clip before, you've got more of an inverted winger. So I'm just going to go through some roles and responsibilities of a winger, either a number 7 being a right winger or a number 11. I know with the modern trends now, you often have right-footed, left-footed right wingers, and then you also then have right-footed left wingers. So with the whole notion of if they do cut in, they cut in on their favourite foot. So if you're a left footer like Salah, like Yamin Yamal, you're able to cut in on your right foot, cut in on your left foot, sorry, and then take a strike at goal. So we look at some of the roles and responsibilities of a winger based on a 1-4-3-3 formation. So in possession, we're going to look at the number 7 being able to recognise when to go high and wide to stretch the pitch and receive a pass. They'll be looking to receive the ball from the number 2 being the right back, or the number 8 being one of the 3 central midfielders, or also the number 4 as well. As much as possible, aim to receive the ball with an open body shape, to look to play forwards, on the back foot to look to play forwards. Their aim will be to progress and penetrate into forward spaces, play into central midfield areas or directly into the number 9. So in the clip before, you had Benzema being in the central number 9 position, then you had Rodrigo on the right and then Vinicius on the left. So their build up and their relationships will be how can they get the ball into the number 9 as quick as possible. Provide either overlap, so to go on the outside if the fullback are making runs in on the inside, and then underlap runs as well, so to go on the inside if the fullbacks have made a space on the outside. Be an option to switch the point of attack. So if, for example, the play is over on the left side of the pitch, can they pull out wide, hug the touchline, and then be that option to change the point of attack in a build-up phase and a create the attack phase. And their aim ultimately is to provide crosses and cutbacks from wide areas. So infamous, as soon as they touch the ball over to the touchline, can they provide a cutback? Can they provide a cross into the 8, into the 9, into the 10? Create 2v1 overloads with the number 9. So can they exploit the number 3, the opposition left back, and create a 2v1 overload with the number 9 on either side, either the 7 or 11. And ultimately, as a winger, your aim is to isolate fullbacks in 1v1 situations. The modern trends now is how quick can we get the ball out to the wingers, and how quick can the wingers isolate the fullbacks in 1v1 situations, outwit them, body feints, turns, skills, tricks, to unbalance the defenders and then to attack the space for a cross or shot. The out of possession, so also to do this, so defend from wide areas and defend crosses into the box, intercept passes from wide areas, press and mark the opposition wide players or the fullbacks and aim to win the ball up high up the pitch. So if we look at teams who play a 4-3-3, most notably Liverpool, Man City, in the recent areas, Arsenal of years gone by, with a front three, playing with a front three with a right winger and a left winger and a centre forward, that enables you to be able to set the press high and to be one of the pressing triggers to try and initiate and engage and win the ball high up the pitch. Be compact out of possession, so tucking in either on the right or on the left side. Recognise when to show players on the outside, either out wide or central, depending on where the ball is and teammates. And understand roles and responsibilities when you're defending and attacking set pieces. And then the player relationships for a 7 will be with the number 2 right back, will be with the number 4 holding midfielder in a 4-3-3, and then with a 9 and 8, so communicating with a 9 and 8 when out of possession. And then recognise when to hold, step up, drop, or slide in relation to where the ball is. So the next slide, I'm just going to go over some of the roles and responsibilities for a number 11, so a left winger. There'll be similar roles and responsibilities, just some of the numbers will change in relation to where they are on the pitch. So similar in regards to the number 7, the number 11's aim is to stay high and wide. The aim for the number 11 will now be to receive the ball from their left back, the number 3, or the number 4, or the left-sided centre back, being the number 6, or the left-sided centre midfielder in a 4-3-3, which will be the number 10. Again, receive with an open body shape to play forwards, receive on the back foot to play forwards where possible. Aim, same as the number 7, the number 11's aim is to progress and penetrate through into forward spaces. Provide again underlaps and overlaps, and again be the option to switch the point of attack from right to left in this situation. And then again, provide crosses and cutbacks from wide areas. And then again, create 2v1 overloads with the number 9. And then again, number 11, so your Jeremy Doku's, your Anthony Gordon's, Jadon Sancho, their game is based on isolating fullbacks, 1v1, outwitting them, getting to the touchline, and providing crosses and cutbacks for their team. So similar out of possession to the number 7, number 11. Again, will be with the left back, or with the holding midfielder, or with the number 9, or with the other central midfield player being the number 10. And again, recognizing when to hold, when to step up, when to drop, or when to slide in relation to where the ball is. So just roles and responsibilities of a number 7 if you're a right winger, predominantly using a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. And then if you are a number 11, roles and responsibilities in possession. So when you've got the ball, and then out of possession when your team is defending and when you want to try and regain the ball back. So